Hi. Could you introduce yourself to the viewers?
Yep, my name is Titus Hill. I'm an executive producer at Sunset+vines, which is a company in the UK that makes sports television programming mostly, and I'm delighted to be here working on the Global Chess League Season 2.
Is this your first time in chess?
It is. I've worked on many sports and lots of big tournaments. I've done Football World Cups, Cricket World Cups, Rugby World Cups. I've done big athletics events and tennis at Wimbledon, but this is the first time I've ever done chess, and actually it's been a real eye-opener. It's been fantastic just to see how exciting. I mean, when you think of chess, you often think of it as being, very well. I suppose you think of classical chess, don't you, without the timings? But the timing adds a real element of excitement to the whole thing.
And right now we are 7 days into the broadcast already, and we are in this room where the entire broadcast happens, and there are so many people working. It's such a wonderful setup that is there. Could you sort of take us through it and how much effort goes into it? Because many times people see what's happening on the screen, but they don't understand the amount of things that happen behind the doors.
Sure. So normally we would have what we call, an OB truck. So it'd be a big truck that would turn up at the event, and that's got all the kit we need on it, and that's got our scanner where we have where the director cuts pictures. But actually, because we're in central London, there's no other park. This is what we've got, a flyaway kit. So they bring all the equipment out, and then we build it. So we came here 2 days before the event started, because that was when we could get access, and then we built everything from scratch. So I'll take you through briefly. So. Sure. This is the key. This is the vision mixing desk. So we have a vision mixer who presses the buttons, and a director who sits next to her who tells her where to go. So he's looking at all the images you can see here, all the different pictures, and deciding what to put to line. We've got the different chessboards over there. We've got the different cameras we've got, and then we've got various graphics and the different screen layouts which we can use. But she will physically cut the pictures on this. Your director will be here. He's the person that, as I say...
So every button here leads to one kind of a camera,
yeah,
or a view.
Every button leads, you can see that's camera 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The camera's there. There's the beauty. This is your replays, A and B. You've got various stores for the different screen layouts, and you can see over here. So PGM means program, so you can see that's what's going to line. PVW means preview, so that's so you can look at the shot that's lined up behind. Your director sits next to us, and so he's looking at the pictures and saying where to go. Your vision mixer is making sure they're pressing the right buttons to go to the right place. I sit here, so this is the producer chair, so I look after the editorial. And so for this, you can see we have a running order, which we run through with all the talent in front of camera, and it just explains what we're doing. So each part of the show has to be itemised. We've got our opening titles and then your opening link.
With all the time,
and you've got all the timings down here, so we have to do it to the second, so we know when each bit of the show is happening, and the different graphics, different underlays that we're playing in. So all that goes in, and so that's what you create, so that everyone knows what's going on. Over here we have what we call our PA. They just look after the timings for the show. So we obviously have breaks we have to hit. When we have runs of VT, there are certain lengths, so they have to say how long everything is, and they keep us on schedule, so we make sure we get to the matches on time.
So when the break is about to come, they start the countdown,
so
30 seconds to go.
Yeah, 10 seconds, 9, 8, and so the presenter in their ear is hearing this, knowing how long they've got to talk. And then if we come over here, this is where all the replays come from. These machines are made by, they're called EVS machines, but they're like live slow motions. If you think of I don't know what your equivalent to the skybox is over in India, but it's a drive which you can get multiple feeds going into. So all the cameras go into this machine,
right?
And they can cut between them, and they can build highlights and little packages. You can see we're building a package.
This is insane, because the game ends,
yeah,
and within a minute you have the highlight, the key moment.
I mean, these guys are really skilled at what they do. So they will just build these little packages from the feeds that come through, and so have them ready for when play ends.
And this is the machine that does the magic along with the person.
That's the machine that all the replays come in on.
Wow.
And then, actually, we'll start over here first. So here we have the cameras we're using are called PTZ cameras, which is point, tilt, and zoom. So that you can see on the screen, they're robotic cameras. We have a couple of operators. We have who've got cameras that can move around, but for the most part, they're robotic cameras. And we have 2 operators who can sit here, and they control them with these.
Oh, from here they control it.
They control where they're going.
So they can actually control all the cameras.
Yeah, so they will control them all, zoom and tilt from here. Our sound man sits over here, so they control all the sounds, so making sure that the right mics are faded up at the right time, so we hear the.
So in the time trouble when the clocks are being pressed, so that sound should come in.
Yeah, so we have little mics on the table, so you can hear a bit of that. But equally, when we've got Tanya talking in presentation, when presentation ends, we have to make sure that sound is cut, so you don't get any sound come from there anymore, and then we hear from you guys in commentary. I'm sure you've shown this already, but this is your little setup in commentary.
Yes.
So we have these little lip mics. Because we're in the back of a gallery, they cut out sound very well, so you don't really hear the background noise as much as you would on a normal microphone. And you've got your view of what's going on. And we talk to you during the match, sort of deciding which table we're going to go to.
And also this machine helps us to talk to you guys here.
Yeah.
And it keeps it going.
Absolutely. Over here we have Johnny, our spotter, who will keep across all the boards in match and just make sure we're not missing anything important. This is where all our talent congregate. To see what's going on. And then over on the far side here, we have all the graphics. So obviously, it's a massive part of chess, all the graphics. And so Adam here looks after creating all the graphics, putting
The
them all in.
graphics is in the overlays.
Overlays, yeah, the points tables, the name supers, all that kind of stuff. And then finally through here, this is where all the machinery is. So these are all the hard drives that everything goes into.
So everything is recorded.
Yeah.
And saved.
Over here we have what we call racks. So they control the iris of the cameras. So making sure that it's the correct lighting on all the cameras when they're doing it with these controllers here. And back here we've got our lighting team. So all the lighting is done from this little machine here, which controls, when we'll show you around. So we can control the lighting within the arena. If you just have a look at the arena there,
Oh my God! Wow.
you can change the different looks of the
That's how when the
arena.
players enter.
Yeah, so
there's
they look
different
after
colour.
all of that. So all that kind of stuff is done from here. And then we send the various feeds out from here around the world to all the places that are being watched.
And it's being watched across the globe in various countries.
Yeah, it's
and
multiple countries around the world. So I don't know exactly how many, but there's it is. As an event, it's going out all over the world.
And I want to ask you finally, like, how did you come into chess? Like, how did it happen that you guys came into this Tech Mahindra Global Chess League? And after 8 days of doing this, what's your feeling like? Do you think like you would like to do more of chess in future?
But the honest answer is, I have no idea how we came to chess. So the company I work for, Sunset+vines, I worked for them, and they said to me one day, right, we're doing a chess competition, we'd like you to look after it. So, I'd never done chess before. I love trying out different sports, so it's been great to do. I would certainly do it if I got the opportunity.
Well, thank you so much, Titus, for taking us through. It just shows the amount of effort that goes into producing something like this. Hi, can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
Hi Sagar, my name is Gaurav Bahal and I work for Sportzworkz. We have been involved with the GCL since season 1. Basically, we formalized the way we could show this on television. The idea was to do it a little bit differently to what was being shown on web platforms and YouTube channels, and to make it a little bit more viewer friendly than what it was used to. So that's why we had got involved. We did the first we did the production for the first event in Dubai, and now we are here as advisors for the second event.
How has been your experience for broadcasting chess? Because you've done big events, I think cricket as well, other sports. So for chess, how has it been?
It's a different challenge. and we always love challenges in sport. Most people love challenges in sport. It's been a great experience to do something which is so different, and it's got a very the sport is not an active sport. In many ways it's a passive sport, so to make it more viewer friendly is the challenge that we face. We've also got nominated for the Sports Pro Media OTT Awards for the best live streaming production for GCL1. So that just proves that we were on the right track. There's still a lot of work to be done, and we think that chess, especially in India, I mean, we are all Indians, and especially in India, I think chess as a game is known to everybody. But they may not know the intricacies of the sport, and that's what we need to get into, and that's what we need to develop and get more and more people involved in the game of chess.
Coming from someone who's outside the world of chess and coming into it, what were the things that you felt could be improved in the broadcast, and what have you implemented that you think has taken this production one level up?
So many things, Agar. Actually, it was a process, and it was growth in the it was a learning process as we started from the first day right up to going. I still think commentary needs a little bit more of fun added to the whole thing. I need more fun elements to be added to it. I think we need comms to be a little bit more. For instance, in golf and cricket, we always talk about cricket jokes or golf jokes before the start of the day's play. We need to develop some chess jokes, for instance. So there aren't enough chess jokes which are going around in the market. There are too many people who play chess, and yet there are no chess jokes. I mean, there should be. So I just think that you have to lighten the sport up. While the professionals are professionals, and they in every sport are going to be very intense about their sport, the sport is made from fans, and the sport is made from the lowest level of players. Because they are failed chess professionals, that's when they will want to watch big professionals. And unless we are able to cater to their needs and their minds, I don't think we'll be able to. So that's where I think we need to get the game to, and that's the person that we want to target, saying that he's the guy who should be watching our broadcast.
Brilliant. And talking about the broadcast here, there is a team, I just interviewed all of them, the Sunset+vines team. A lot of cameras have been put through. There's a big production room that is there. How did they come into the picture? And I'm sure that you played a role there to get them on board.
So Sunset+vines is of course a very well-renowned name in the world of sports broadcasting. London is their hometown. So we thought that it's better to have somebody who's locally based over here, knows the ins and outs. London's a very complicated place also to do live broadcasts, so it's better to get somebody who's local. We just thought that it's a good combination for all of us to work together and see, while they can work on the logistics and the actual working of it, we can work on trying to improve the show. So that's been the process of getting Sunset+vine.
Brilliant. And finally, what more are you going to do in chess? Do you think that you'll continue your association with chess going forward?
Absolutely. We are here for the long term. We think that this is a game that can be, one of the observations that this time I've watched more of the games than I watched last time. One of the observations is that as a sport, chess needs to develop and become a little bit more modern. If you look at all sports, I think barring football, they've changed their sport a bit by bit to become more TV friendly, to become more broadcast friendly, to become more viewer friendly. Whatever it is, whether it is cricket, whether it is hockey, whether it is volleyball, badminton, tennis, all these sports have gotten an element to change. Chess hasn't. So I think
here the time control without increment, the end, players banging the clock, and I think that has created a lot of excitement.
I have something I would like to call this the Packerization of chess. I mean, Kerry Packer was a very big sports management person who basically changed the face of cricket. He had people playing cricket in the night and wearing colored clothing. And this happened in the 1970s, late 70s. And everybody plays cricket in colored clothing now. So I think the Kerry Packerization of chess is round the corner. I still think there is things to do. I still think FIDE needs to do things on this. I would like to introduce, for instance, a short clock. So every move has to be made within a certain time. let's say 2 minutes, let's say 3 minutes, I don't know. Professionals like you yourself will be able to. But what happens with that is the viewer knows that I have to wait only 2 minutes to see a move. So we are trying to cater to the viewer, you are trying to cater to the chess player, so that we have to marry the two and make sure that the game becomes a little bit more. Maybe have a spotlight table, which is not the icon, so that we can build stars of the future. I mean, the icon table is the icon table, but have a spotlight table, and on the spotlight table give them double the points. For instance, I mean, I'm just saying. There are various things that I have in mind, but I think that we need to have a little bit more of an open mind on how we can take chess to the next level.
But you think it has the elements to become a spectator-friendly sport?
It already is a spectator-friendly sport. The biggest thing about chess is that the simplicity of the game is such that everybody knows the game. When everybody knows the game, you're already involved. It's just that you don't know the technicalities of the game. So we have to just bridge one gap. Everybody, even parents love their kids playing chess, right? So that's not a battle that we have to fight.
Right.
That battle is already won. Now we have to make it a little bit more so that the kid gets interested in watching chess and improving his game. I think that's the challenge that we all have to address.
Thank you for bringing in such insights into this world of chess, and thank you for all your work, Gaurav. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much, Sagar.